Drop 'em. One hook and I'll rock 'em. One more and I'll stop 'em. Call the fighter, I'll off 'em. Op 'em. If he reach, then I'll pop 'em. Street sweeper, I'll wash 'em. Homicide, come and chalk 'em. Drop 'em. One hook and I'll rock 'em. One more and I'll stop 'em. Call the fighter, I'll off 'em. Op 'em. The next topic we're going to discuss on Boxing Bros is Adrien the Problem Broner. He is scheduled to fight Omar Figueroa on August 20th, which is the same night that Anthony Joshua is going to have his rematch with Usyk, but UK time, US time. So I think it's a great date for Adrien Broner. It would be a great night of boxing. But at the press conference, Adrien Broner had, some feelings he wanted to get off his chest. And we're going to take a look at what happened during the press conference. So this video appears courtesy of Fight Hype. Subscribe to Fight Hype.
And just your feelings on facing Omar Figueroa Jr.
I'm going to be 100% honest with you, Brian. I ain't with none of this shit they got going on. I feel like Al Heyman and Steven Espinoza is bullshitting because why is we doing a press conference on a computer when you got guys like, they don't do Floyd shit on no fucking computer when he fight a YouTuber. They don't do nobody else shit on the computer, but they want to do my shit on the computer. So that's telling me they don't give a fuck about me. So when you say fuck me, it's fuck y'all. And at the end of the day, that's what I really just came here to let y'all know. I see anybody can see it. Y'all at this point y'all bullshitting. Y'all been supposed to make this fight. Y'all giving us dates. Y'all keep pushing our dates back. Like y'all, come on, man. Who the fuck do a 6-month camp? Y'all tripping. So what I'm gonna do, Brian, I'm gonna talk to you at 11 on Thursday. So what I'm gonna do is tell Omar, keep training your ass off. I'm training my ass off too. Let's go in there and put on the great performance. But I'm gonna get the fuck on up out of here and go back to sleep, y'all. Hey, Brian, I'll see you on Thursday, all right?
Let me say one thing.
All right. So that's what AB had to say. Now, AB, after he walked away, took to Instagram and we'll share what he said. He wrote, "Listen, man, I was just frustrated with a lot of ish that's going on in my life. Me and at Showbox Boxing and Al Heyman have no problems whatsoever." Then he also wrote in caption, "Players F up. And stand-up men can own up to a mistake at Showtime Boxing, at Showtime Sports, in Al Heyman. We lock in for life. I love y'all. See y'all in some weeks. Let's go. Hashtag August 20th. Hashtag about billions. P.S. I meant everything I said, though. That press conference on a Zoom call blew me like a woman in the MGM trying to get picked up for 250.
This guy, his bars are crazy. You know what
I'm saying? Yeah. The opinions of Adrien Broner do not reflect the Boxing Bros as a whole and all other faces you've seen on the screen. And yeah. So I'm gonna turn it over to you, Conspiracy. What was your reaction to the press conference, the apology, and the caption?
All right, to be honest with you, I'm walking with Broner on this. I have to be honest. That seems really cheap. You know what I mean? And it's like they just doing a Zoom form. Like, come on, man. You can't use that COVID excuse anymore. Like, they probably taking this as a wash. They're like, we're not really gonna make money off of this, so let's just try to cut costs as much as possible. Do we really need to have, we need to book a venue and all of this? Nah, let's just do a Zoom call. It's free $99. You know what I'm saying? So, and Broner's probably like, yo, what's going on? Y'all keep pushing my dates back. Like, what's going on, man? And training camp is difficult, right? And if you keep extending it, it's like, to me, it's kind of like, y'all know the type of person Broner is. So, although it wasn't wise for him to talk about Steven Espinoza and Al Heyman like that. You know what I mean? It kind of reminded me of when he told, Jay-Z to, he invited him to his private parts. You know what I'm saying? But it gotta be frustrating, man. I understand the frustration. It's like, yo, man, I'm just trying to fight. Y'all keep putting all these unnecessary hurdles on this fight, preventing me from doing what I do. You know, y'all gonna have me overworked. Y'all gonna have me overtrained, and then I'm gonna be like a shell of myself during this fight. I just want to get this popping, and y'all not even showing me that y'all really appreciate me as the starter that I am. So I understand Broner's frustration in this, man. It ain't cool. And although his apology, I don't know, it didn't. It, for one, it wasn't an apology because you can't like, yo, my bad, but they go, but I meant everything I said. So that means it wasn't a sincere apology. That just means a PR person told him, you better apologize on social media. He's like, yeah, bad, I got you. And then he did his thing, and then he had to throw in there like, yo, but they trying to, you know what I mean, screw me like blah, 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 blah. I'm like, all right, bro. You know, like, but again, that's Broner. So it's like, I'm not surprised by any of this, you know, but I'm actually shocked that I'm actually agreeing with Adrien on this one. Because like normally I'd be like, here come Adrien Broner acting like a clown. But this time his antics is actually justified.
All right, $1 bill.
I agree with what G said. A few things. I'm not sure if my man AB was sure of this is what they've been doing recently. These has been, excuse me, Brian was saying pre press conference interviews where they do one before these little ones and then they do the live ones before the fight happens. But I'm totally with AB. I think the frustration really came back from the moving of the dates. As y'all remember, I reported that he would be fighting in February. Then I reported that he would be fighting in April. And now we are in July. And he's supposed to be fighting in what? August, correct? Mm-hmm. So he keeps getting different dates, push back. I can see the frustration, especially, you know, the training camps and the grueling training camps, being away from your family, certain things. I get all that frustration. Yeah, so I think that basically was where that was coming from. And then, you know, when you're in camp, fighters is uptight, you know, you give other fighters, you know, breaks for being, oh, he's locked in, you know what I'm saying? You know, AB's locked in, he's ready to fight. He got a chip on his shoulder, he's been counted out. So yeah, you know, I don't read too much into this. You know, he's ready to fight. He's gonna give his best. He didn't disrespect Omar Figueroa. He told Omar Figueroa, man, hey, you know what I'm saying? Keep working. I hope you're in the best shape. But this is some bull crap. We should be live. Y'all disrespecting me. You know what I'm saying? And rightfully so, man. Shout out to AB. People forget AB, man. The 4-time world champion in 4 different weight classes, the youngest to do it. You know, he just feels like he don't get the love that he should. I mean, we done covered this before due to certain antics and stuff like that. But hey, everybody changes. Everybody, you know, you go through things. I understand his banter. We got hood banter. You know.
All right, TV.
Yeah, it seems kind of messed up how they giving this man, him and Omar Figueroa to run around. And it's not right. It's wrong because they, like Joe said, this fight was supposed to happen months ago, and now it's supposed to happen in August, and it doesn't even look like it might happen in August. And with all this frustration he's building up, I feel, AB, you should take matters in your own hand. If you know, it looked like they're gonna make you fight in a bar, so I say you might as well fight in a gentleman's club. You feel me? You throw your own event. Don't have a boxing match inside of a gentleman's club. And then you get half the cut of the ones that's been thrown, and it'd be something new, something we've never seen before, and that's your avenue right there. That's what you can capitalize off of, AB.
You know what, Ned?
But you forget. Yeah. AB sells tickets. Yeah, AB is raw. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what people don't forget. People do pay to see him lose. You know, people pay to see if he's gonna ever get knocked out.
Yeah,
he talks that talk, and he talks that talk, and he goes out there and he puts it a good fight on. You know what I'm saying?
I'm just saying a barroom fight ain't nothing compared to a strip club fight where AB is the headliner, and it's gonna bring all
AB fight at Diamond. Let's get it.
One
You know
for
what I'm saying?
I've been watching too much P Valley. I got my bad, y'all. No shameless plug.
Sorry, man. I can't get into that show.
Yo, facts. I can't either.
I saw like the first 30 minutes of P Valley and it was gone. I turned that off. Listen, I'm good.
Season 1 was the best season. That's it. I'm sorry. That's it.
I mean, other shows I invest my time in. You know what? Here's my thoughts on Adrien Broner. I think he's realizing a lot and it's getting to him. For example, people don't believe in him anymore. And he's expressed that, and he's feeling lonely in camp. And there were people who were there who are no longer there, and it could be for a number of reasons. I think when AB was on top of the world, a few years ago, and he would say a more promising prospect than he is now, there were people there just to get that secondhand shine. You understand? And the secondhand shine, it goes both ways. So the person who's hanging on to Adrien Broner for that secondhand shine, they get to experience luxuries in life that they never would have experienced, but it's only because they cling on to Broner. Broner pays for everything. Broner finances everything, and they get to experience things they couldn't afford themselves. So that's what they gain. But what Broner gains is he gains this feeling of being big, of being a star, of feeling like he's made it, basically, because you got people around you who are looking to you, who live off you, who feed off you, and it's like you gain from that as well. So it's like a give and take. That's why they say like people have their entourages. That they say even Sugar Ray Robinson had his entourage, right? So people have like these entourages. It's like you have these people with you, and you see even Devin walk around with his personal hype man. You the dude who be sitting there rhyming, Devin's so fly, you the one guy. You know what I mean? Like he be sitting around there doing his thing or whatever. So that comes with boxing, right? But I think what Broner's realizing is that this, whatever he thought was really never real from a lot of people. The love that he thought was real wasn't real. It was just like, yeah, we love you because you pay for everything. Or yeah, we love you because you're hot right now. Right. And so when he's like going through this camp and he's saying like he's alone, a lot of people gave up on him. A lot of people don't believe in him anymore. I feel like that's something he's dealing with. Right. And I think it was magnified by the fact that his press conference was on a Zoom. And in that moment, because he was saying this before his press conference was on a Zoom. So I think like once he's like, this is my press conference. You go ahead, bro. You got
No. Now I was just piggybacking off of you. Say he has been feeling this way. Even the TBE's boo got choked up in a FaceTime that they had between each other when he was like, I'm by myself. And she was like, what? He was like, I'm by myself. I'm all alone. She was like, I'm coming down there.
Yeah, salute to Clarissa, man, for that. That was dope.
Shout out to Clarissa.
Yeah. And so, like, I think to him, and this is something within ourselves, like, particularly, I don't want to get too deep into it, like, because we're going to talk about Gerald Big Baby Miller, and I think he's going through this too. I think, like, as men, and I mean, I go and speak for like my community, like in general, I know it's a big deal, but like asking for help, like saying like, I need my brothers, or like saying that like you can't do it by yourself is something that just isn't accepted. Like I showed you, remember the commercial, like the dude's in the gym and like the weights on his chest, and then another guy comes like, yo, let me help you with that. And he was like, nah, I got it. And he was like, yo, dog, I can help you. He was like, you don't know my family. Like, you know what I mean? So I think AB's in that moment where it's kind of like he needs help. He did reach out to Floyd, I think, at one point He said like "I need you, bro" or something like that, and then that blew up the internet where everyone was clowning him for it. And I'm just kind of like, yo, that's weak too. If he has a relationship with Floyd and him are like brothers, and he says to his brother like, yo, I need you, like I'm going through something, like I think that's dope, because if he goes to the top of a building and he jumps off, everyone's going to be like, oh, why didn't he say something? Oh, he should have reached out. But then when he reaches out, you idiots clown him. That's part of the problem with like social media. So anyway, to wrap it up, I feel like in that moment, it all just hit him like, my people don't believe in me. Showtime don't believe in me. Like, that's why I'm doing this over Zoom. Like, it's just that feeling of I'm alone, and really like this may be my last shot. My fight keep getting pushed back, all these things. And so like, if you notice, he was respectful to Brian Custer. He's like, I'll see you at 11. And he's like to, Omar Figueroa, I know you training. Let's put on a great show. His issue was with Showtime and with Al Heyman and how he feels like they perceive him. But with that being said, AB, there's one solution to all this. Just win. Just win. And if you win, and this is my biggest issue with AB. If he goes out there and he wins, is he going to remember that all those people left him? Because when they try to come back, are you going to let them back in your camp? Are you going to go back to doing the same things? Or are you focused now? Because that's what it needs to be. So it shouldn't just be, oh, they all didn't believe in me and you're trying to win that fake love back. Let that fake love go if you win again. If you win again, remember the people who had your back when you were down, because those are the people you need to be around. Also, you need to surround yourself with like-minded individuals who have like those same goals you have, who are trying to accomplish the things that you're trying to accomplish. So with all that being said, man, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. But I do think Adrien Broner is in a dark place. So I think like people should give him, the benefit of the doubt. Like if you're Steven Espinoza, if you're Al Heyman, if you're people who are watching this, I think you're watching a man who knows, like, I need to prove I still got it. And there are people who don't believe I do. And he's trying to cope with it all. So that's what I think we experienced.
Question though. Where's Tank? Is AB and Tank still close, or they parted ways?
Nah, I mean they were cool. They're cool, but everybody got their own life now.
I mean, damn, but Tank can't help him out with training camp? Like, you know what I mean?
Tank's his own star now.
Yeah, that ain't right, y'all. I don't know.
Do you see how
I get what you're saying, but Tank, what if it is a situation where it's like, honestly, like Tank, every time you go around AB, you start drinking or you start doing something bad, right? And so he's like, we're like, yo, he heard like, yo, for you to take your career to the next level, you can't be around Tank. Earl Spence used to hang around AB all the time too. And what if it's one of those deals? Or, I honestly, like I said, I can't really read into the situation too much because I'm a firm believer, and this, Trill Dollar Bill, no one can make you do anything. Mm-hmm. No one can make you drink. No one can make you smoke. It's what you do. I done been in the room with my drinking, smoking. I never did it. It is never. I done been clown for it and still been like, okay, but that's how you feel.
It's just how when you put it. When it was time for people to get in the media and be in the press and get their profile up, that's when it was cool to hang with AB. You know what I'm saying? That's when it was cool to hang with AB. Everybody then, it gets to a certain thing where, people become, it is. It's everything that you said. AB, man, he needs to seek help. And it's okay to say, I need help. Mm-hmm. I've been there. I'm not perfect, still going through it. But
I believe that's what he is, though, True. I really do. I think he needs help. And I think he's dropping little breadcrumbs in, like, unfortunately, because he is AB and in his past antics, people are trying to clown him for it. Exactly. But I do think like he needs help, and he needs like people who care, who he cares about, who care about him to just be there like, yo, we support you, dog, and we're rooting for you. He just needs to know that people are rooting for him. I feel
He
like
needs just genuine people that's gonna be there no matter where you win or lose.
mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? They're still gonna have your back no matter if you win or lose. You know what I'm saying? You got people that once he lost the fight, you know what I'm saying? Oh, you know, you go to social media like that ain't my dog no more. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know, you need to have.
But everyone goes through that though. I mean, AJ
Yeah.
talked about it too when he lost to Ruiz. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Like,
you're right.
And what did he do?
all of these
And what did
fighters
he
go
do?
through it.
And
I
what
think
did
it's
he
a
do?
rite of passage for boxers.
And what did AJ do? He went to go see a psychiatrist.
Yeah, and AJ got his belts back, and AJ changed his circle and changed the way he was moving.
Because he went and got help.
Changed the way he was moving. I think he does need help.
Do the same thing.
You know, people could say whatever, right? Like on a lower scale, because like, you know, we just do boxing bros, and like, you know, we're not like the fighters, and we don't get as much hate as the fighters. But there'll be times where, you know, someone don't like what G said, and I'll see the comment section, and they'll be coming at G like, and I gotta fight myself, like not to say something really bad to them. Like I remember when me and Complex used to go at it over Wilder, and sometimes people would say something to Complex, and I would be like, I really don't like what they said to Complex, and I want to say something disrespectful back to them, but I would have to like, you know, and sometimes they'll come at me and they'll say something, and they come at me, sometimes I respond, sometimes I won't. If they get too disrespectful with me, I don't even respond because I just feel like you're just looking for a reaction. Mm-hmm. But what I'm saying is I can see like for some people how that can get to them. You know what I mean? Like all I'm doing is talking about boxing. But like, let's say if it was every case I had, right? There's thousands of people responding about, oh, he did this wrong, and oh, he dropped the ball on this, or oh, he did that, or whatever. Like how I would feel, or how that would get to me mentally, right? And maybe I love to believe I would be fine. I believe I would be fine, but maybe there will be those days where I'm like, yo, I just need be around my peoples, and I just need to have some love because like it was a rough week, you know. And I think AB, he's probably one of the most criticized fighters of this era. And I think maybe it is starting to get to him a little, and maybe he is feeling a certain way now. You know what I mean? So it's interesting to see.
Let us know how you feel in the comment section. Please like and subscribe. Check us out on Instagram and Twitter. And please check out our podcast on all major streaming services. We are the Boxing Bros.